defense, Furia on attack, and we get a Sheriff out for MW0. And it's a lurking jet right now. Heavy pressure over towards A with the lurking jet, B with the Sheriff.
Kicking things off now, FURIA on the attack. And they're starting with some pressure onto the A ramp. That's going to get spotted by a first flash called out by Saucy. Forces a little bit of a rotate, but you also see MW0 trying to work this B-side map.
Let's see if Sentinels have changed much on this split.
Double duelist online, like you said, the no Yoru this time.
Yeah.
So they'll try to start with consistency, showing MW0 B, but keeping Havoc's power here towards A as they take A heaven and lock it down for now.
Saucy was under pressure. They're gonna drop it to the vents. Nobody's checking it.
There is no way. Wait. There's no way this is how this game starts. That's the most stupid thing I've ever seen.
Now the swing behind the boombot, hit by the flash on the attack, and is forced to fall back as FURIA now gains space.
So much chip damage to FURIA right now. They've got to be so careful and be behind each other on this take. John Cutie waiting.
Havoc though, first contact. Tens gets the first blood though. John Cutie still waiting.
Wait, the flood is heavy.
Kills are coming to flood. Now for the Sentinels as well. Back to a 2 versus 2.
Hold up.
Now second has to try to win it.
It's close though. Conan did pretty good to make this one doable.
Okay, that got a little scary.
Yeah, it did get a little bit scary. Conan honestly was just popping people.
What a read. They take the site from defense like they were taking it from offense.
Zel's is there. That's so funny, bro.
Dropped in, trying to play D, trying to be ahead of the game. It almost caused a heck of a chaotic fight, but Zekin does pull up that last frag there. And we almost had 3 or 4 go down if they didn't go up the rope so fast and vent there on Zelsis, so.
Oh my God, bro, there are 4 in ropes.
We hear how he feels about it.
That's
it's
so
good.
good.
Someone's back, right? It's one of the toughest things to do, even if there's 4 of them piled in. So towards mid again here from FURIA. They try to get a little bit of action early,
and they're on the defense, so the buy that they decide to do is just everyone buying into this one got double rifle, and Tens is going real aggro on this. Yeah, Skydog to set him up at the beginning, and he just goes super aggro. Okay, well, I like the confidence.
I mean, all these kills are coming in.
Oh my goodness, bro.
Firepower with the Bulldogs, ADSing easy kills, trying to keep the economy up. Oswald lands a nice shot at least.
The crowd are going crazy today.
Easy cleanup. And that's a conversion from that pistol for the Sentinels.
Yeah, take it, win it, take the extremities too. Don't let FURIA set up anything funky to try and play consistency off of, or figure out that you're not taking B main, that you are taking, you know, just nix it all, take it all out. And here Tens gets a big push up to make sure FURIA have to worry about what Sentinels will start to do from the defensive side, where they
all right, let's check the bonus. Sassy gets out the Bucky. Love this. What's FURIA doing for their first big Baron? Let's see how they're looking.
Should hit FURIA.
Double duelist middle.
So TP across to you. So
double duelist middle on their own with nothing.
Trying to add a little bit of paranoia, trying to see if that TP was going to be across, see how FURIA want to push up towards that A ramp.
I hate that that's going to work, but fair play.
Zelsis loses his position here. Then that's an important part for FURIA. Zelsis was playing that alone here on mid, and that was his responsibility to delay that clock.
Yep.
Now there's a lot of map space here that FURIA could work with.
Saucy's got the info that is Trailblazer in one flash used here. So they Trailblazer.
What's the plan? To send it with the boombot, do you reckon?
Actually be able to gain that info. See
if the smoke went up, I guess we'll never know. They picked the right side on this one though, and they only showed one person with the dogs. So it was pretty nice that they all decided to hide on this, and now we just send it into sight. Does Tens of Smoke get her in time?
Yeah, but he's gonna get caught now.
Tens of Smoke coming in now. Different type of smoke. Smoke to get out of there. I like that.
Allowing him to pull back towards the screen for the rest of the Sentinels to come back and do their signature plays. Good on retakes.
Yeah, I mean, FURIA is so fine in this one.
Snake bites to work with, though.
Just about how much damage can Sentinels do.
So they're playing on the left side of the A entrance. Comes down to a 3-2-1 call right now for Sentinels to start using that utility. There's that pain shells towards hell.
Holy bro, he chunked that. 16.
He's able to get that shot onto Tens. A flash around the corner. And Havoc's trying to stay alive as supported from his teammates. And it's looking pretty good now for FURIA on this pulse plan. Seconds left alone, half HP, only a stinger. And Khalil
Yeah,
picks it
that's
up.
pretty nice though.
Clean round in the end
There's a
for
lot
Furia
of
in their gun
HPs
round.
and a lot of people that could have died, but
Stronghold,
managed to
too. Pretty much
stick
anchoring
stick
everybody
around.
inside
Got
at that
free
one point
armory
just
buys.
to make sure they could trade each other, and Sentinels could not find a way to drop in or pop in. Great.
I mean,
first
kind of all
kill
came
as
down
well.
to this mid
Now they convert
mid
to
duel.
5v4 on the bonus, and we saw Furia do that on the second round too. They came out, they rushed towards mid to see if anybody would even try to get a peek. They're a little bit slower, and they do find the advantage of
This one
Zelsis
makes more
going
sense.
for a look.
Getting the sky over
All right.
towards middle so they
We'll
can
come up the
actually
fourth
flash
round.
or dog through.
The buys all around here. And it's a different setup now. Sentinels in the 2-1-2 just about, as it's more of the 1-3-1.
I do think this makes a lot of sense. Again, it's impressive how Zelsis manages to hold mid a lot of time on his own.
We've seen Havoc be the start at B. Now they keep the duelists together because we're going to get some action out of these
I like
two.
that Furia
Might be
trying
a
to punish
blast back
this.
towards
This time he
Vector
does
to
have
clear it
Zekken with
out
him.
with a follow-up
There wasn't
from
a
the rest of
fast
the
A,
team.
which I
Something
think he was
simple
there for
just
over
to
towards
start.
A.
Flash misses. That's an easy kill for a second to start things off. So that's NW0 down. The Boombot doesn't get more information. Oh! Zelsis tried to pivot behind the boxes and just got hit through the smoke. So
Yeah,
that's an
and he was
instant
on
trade
top of
that's
that,
very
right?
good
He
for
was
Furia as
boxed the
well.
whole time.
On the attack
And this
side,
is one of the good things about
numbers
this
are
box.
dwindled
And I
down
like
on
to see
the
that from
defense. You
Furia
can
pretty
still work
early.
the
Like
map in
this
your
box
favor, but
counts
they're
as this
grouping up here
smoke, right? You
towards the
think
east
that
side.
you're clear
Camera
over
in heaven
towards
lets John Cutie know and the rest of the team that this
but
wall
actually
has
just have a
not
straight up
been
angle on
encroached
you.
on. Can easily put that up and down the traps into sight, leave them safe, and this is, I think, what
We've
benefited
got 40
Sentinels before in their
seconds.
game
Camera's
plan. They
about to
always
spot
had
him
an
in a
idea
little
of
bit,
what
and
the
Tens
opponent
has
was
gone
doing ever so
searching over
slightly to make
towards
these
B.
adjustments
I
to
imagine
start
there was a
having
sky
flank
dog that
from
I
mid
missed.
and rotate off of B.
And Sentinels
Tens
are active on the
has
map
double
too.
smoke
He's
to help
already
out
got
his
the
team
flank
here,
going
so you
through.
should
What
see this
rotate
X
and a
get
flank
smoked.
rather, as Furia now decided to commit towards the A
Comes
site.
the smoke.
John Cutie
Just
holding
in
behind the
time.
map with the first pick. Cage
Ooh,
down. With his
yeah, I
stance
didn't
down
even
as well.
do that, Cage.
Havoc
Had the
trades
smoke
it out.
in.
An advantage for Furia in a pulse plant.
Spike planted.
All this a delay from Sasi to try to give a chance for Tens to flank behind. Khalil still watching that ramp. Was Labor gets that pick though. Even up on a 2 versus 2. Noswar is low
What
on
is the
HP.
flash
Havoc
like?
full HP on his end as they're doubling up together on the attack side, trying to fight the elbow. Behind the
Paranoia.
smoke, walks through the timing. Now spotted by Sasi.
Oh, they take down the
He saw
high
Noswar inside
HP
the
as
corner.
well.
The screens. It's a
Smoke this
crossover,
off.
And the shot's missed by Noswar. An opportunity to defuse, easily done there.
A solid round from Tens. Good push over towards B. I want to say that Sassy's.
That's an oopsie.
I wanna
You
say it
could
was
see
Sassy Skydog
Furia
that
expected
kinda
the
enabled
bloom of
this,
the
I'm pretty
smokes to
sure.
cover them on the way into screens with maybe
Yeah, this is a nice,
little bit of a
2v3.
shoulder head being shown. It was just enough at just the right time.
I feel a
for
little bit bad
Sentinels
for
there.
Fury there.
And
I
for
didn't like
that
the
to be
jet
the way
push,
that
but
Furia
this.
loses the round
Yeah,
after
people are starting to do that
collapsing on site,
way
taking
more
down
now
John
against the
Cutie
Viper over
inside,
towards
having
middle.
full control. They lose to a simple walkout in this situation.
And actually, you saw that kill is on the top of the boxes that Havoc actually satcheled on. So that's probably one of the
Yeah.
reads here that Furia has been reading on how Sentinels plays that map. That
Okay.
Zelsis likes to push
Last
forward.
one. Wait,
and
how
get a
did Fury
reposition
get so
behind
much-
the boxes? So you're trying to maximize a little bit of your strategy, leaving this through against
Fury
Sentinels. So
got a lot of money here, to
is
be
definitely
fair.
coming in with a game plan so far, but the round
Scream after every kill.
John Cutie's
Yeah,
now changed one of
the
the
crowd
tricks
is
you see on
different for the
Unbreakable
Sentinels
placed
games, that's
here
for
in
sure.
mid. It goes behind
I mean,
the
John was
box
saying
into
in
the
the-
stairwell. So
John was saying it in
Unbreakable,
the,
takes a
interview.
little bit more commitment here coming
Sentinels
from the
fans are
side of Furia.
crazy.
So they're trying to get a little more.
My
info
favorite
on
trip
what
over
the
towards middle.
mid-game Furia is
I
trying
think
to run.
this is just so strong against teams that don't do so strong against teams that don't do enough pressure over towards middle, especially double duelists.
Smoke it out, hold the anchored sites, and now Furia have to rethink how they want to work the map. It's going to be difficult though.
And they spot a lot of
It's
people here.
information
Skydog
from
goes
John
over
Cutie.
towards A. They
Silly,
clear
that's
a
a
lot of
plan
A
from the
info. They even
get-go.
get the
If
orb
the
on top
trip
of
is
this
not
one,
and nobody's
and
detected in mid,
Sassy
the flash from
goes
Sasi, who's
fast
already
behind.
pushing
There's
out
so much
A,
map
didn't
control.
detect. Zekken, go for it.
They got a
are
trip for
the main
info, and then at
overrun,
one point
and
he's
they
going
get
to
a great
see
kill on
10's
it.
fall back, but
So yeah, trying to read Furia now, but
Yeah,
Furia,
they discovered the
Furia
trip.
game, the way they've danced about this has been
and
able
how
to
the
do
hell
chip
do these
damage and get them
two
into
or
the site,
three
hit
deal
the
with the trip?
plants.
Wait, did they even
This
go
year,
close enough
Sentinels
to
can
hear the
really start to
trip?
Put a gap in the rounds if they prevent that.
The chance they
You
didn't.
already see with 30 seconds left. Furia's just trying to save their weapons, but Sasi's on the hunt. Doesn't really hear the footsteps towards the water, but there's definitely 2 players walking towards him. And all he does here, even if he dies, is just slow that clock down and not give a chance here for Furia to get inside that site. But nobody
Well,
is moving. All staying put
you
towards spawn
absolutely
and
love
water.
this if you're
10
Sentinels.
seconds left.
And you understand this from Sentinels. Sasi wants to try to do this damage, but that camera to the showstopper on that B side was really a wrench now into Furia's early plans in that round number 5.
Yeah, we'll have to pay attention to Furious all orbs here. They'll be able to kick
Crowd.
back here in a few rounds. and make sure they swing even harder. Yeah, so it's going to be the lowest buy for MW0, who's ready to go on Dagger. So that's kind of all right for them. They still had money on Nosworth to get a purchase in.
Luca, you just have to mix it up is the main
all
thing.
that information they use to just
You honestly just want to mix it up, and it depends on your actual. It depends on all the positioning of everyone else. Because obviously, if they fast,
Good job, boys. Nice kills on B.
obviously if they fast hit over towards the site, you want to make sure that you have a good amount of numbers there.
Calls the timeout. The first one now in this series, and it sets up the
Rough
stage quite well if
timeout,
you're looking
dudes.
from
It's
the
gave them a
Sentinels'
lot of
point
money.
view. You know, they have to win a 2-0 against Furia, but they have to win in a decisive manner here.
Yeah.
Gracie, thank you so much for that. Gracie Michaelia, right? Thank you so much for the tier 1, appreciate you. Welcome into the Slug Club, thank you for doing that.
Shake off all the pressure from before, stay innovative. Like we said,
Opinion on SEN tanking map 2 to avoid... Nah, dude, it's not going to happen. The best way is obviously going out in playoffs, but no one's gonna. If you're in a team, like no one's gonna try. Like you still want to win a Masters. No one's gonna try and avoid it, even though like all of the.
Sentinels saying hopefully we can.
Even though the advantage of going to like
even though they didn't see the trip mid,
all of the Masters has been pretty much taken away, and it does cost you long-term team-wise.
All right, so it's going to be
like teams still want to go to the lands.
Towards the left side of the map.
Bro, the crowd is crazy today.
Utility here, give them something to see off these first few guiding lights, and still work it very slow to counter off each other. I don't think Furia have actually found anything they like that works. Mid-round was that, so we haven't seen them go back just yet. I think they're kind of saving that juice for a few more rounds from now here as they try to get some A main in the mind of Sentinels.
They're stopping now towards the A ramp as well for Furia. I really want to force a little bit of util on this side.
Sorry, Sentinels do this camera all the time. You would think that they at least have an idea that it could be there.
Furia solely heading back, waiting for the wall to come up to try to escape, and they'll be able to do so, but the lurk doesn't work out. A 1v1 against Tens. Tens wins it against Conan. Now that activates Furia towards the A site, trying to capitalize on something we mentioned. The numbers of Sentinels towards this A site. I mean, they're having fun so far.
Bro,
down the numbers of Furia,
that was your big buy round after your timeout.
Able to break it a bit and also get the kill onto Zekin, but with the spike down, and all of Sentinels over this spike, it's looking difficult for Khalil to get anything done here.
What's going on with Furia? Yeah, I don't know, man. That's your big idea after your timeout. That's atrocious. Go A heaven, break a trip. Everyone goes back after breaking a trip. There's a common camera. The Sentinels use like what, 60 to 70% of their setups. They don't even consider it, and they just solo duel over towards B, and then duel over towards A. You got a double duel this comp, man. Send it.
And they aren't even getting a chance to set up in the situations because they're worried maybe a trip, maybe a push. Where's this person first? I think Furia need to take control of their own game right now and just go.
As you call that, there's finally a double satchel up to try to control the A ramp. Bit of a broken buy they currently have on Furia, so they can dance around NW0's Blade Storm. And as they do that initial pressure towards that A ramp,
Okay, question mark create heaven.
For a mid-round call on middle.
I just feel like the wall wasn't up and they've cleared it already.
Finding back, orbing up, rotating Zekin all the time towards this B heaven, A heaven take. This time though, there's not too much utility to help Zekin.
Guy Flash goes up towards B, they take B control. Seekers goes heaven, they followed that up. It's a lovely smoke from Sentinels though.
Trying to push the numbers back, and Havoc answers first onto Sasi inside.
Holy hell, who is that? Elsis, man, you're a lunatic.
We go here on that middle take, now in the front of that B side. Second is
I mean, this was nice shots. They disrespected the smoke over towards heaven. Like, this was ballsy from them. That's much better.
And this is finally looking good now for Furia since the timeout.
A little spice. We do see the ultimates coming through to make
Dude,
that
I need to see the
happen.
Zalsa's death.
The
Zalsa's death looked mental on the minimap. From what I heard as well, he's shooting a lot of bullets. I definitely shot all of them and he got killed reloading or what.
And maybe they see how Sentinels reacts to these pressure plays. We'll see a bit of a cross-map play 3-2 again.
This filled me with more confidence though. Question mark over towards heaven and then like actual decisive.
Okay, they're gonna flash, put the wall up, and maybe lurk on it. That's drawn Sentinels before. We'll see how they react to now just Tens.
Looks like they're going for the same thing.
More than one. Remember, this was just a Conan lurk last time in B main. So we're now
Yeah, it is
Furia
same
try
thing
to put
over
the
towards
strap up
heaven.
to work.
Skydog out. A little bit unlucky, but at least they're way more decisive. Holy.
Trying to pivot across. Tanks gets caught, though. That's an opening right now towards the B site. It's open for FURIA to move in. We're just waiting here for Khalil, smoking out towards the spawn, and he'll TP across for a safe plant.
Yeah, they just don't know yet. You got to give all the credit here. You might just get spammed through a smoke.
Spike planted.
Oof. Super low on the chip damage there. And a good flank here coming in from Conan.
And that's the Seekers from Sentinels to get information. The late lurk also spotted as Conan.
Yeah, that's
forced
nice
to
from
retreat
Conan though. Don't
and play
commit.
back
Just
on the A main where the
make
spike's
sure they're
not
scared of it.
planted. This gives a chance now for Sentinels to activate, but that's a nice shot from Havoc. He's trying to wrap around. 2 players inside that site on the high-low. Havoc trying to find that timing. First contact is MW0, and it works out. John Cutie again. A second attempt, a second
Nice, solid round from Havoc. It looks so much better when they just send it, commit with numbers.
Nice little
There wasn't too much util here. It's more just down to timing, but
the Trailblazer, the
at least they're doing stuff together.
Rosefawn,
Rosefawn, thank you so much.
For Furia's plays. So Sentinels.
Of course, dude. Hope the studying goes well. Thank you so much for the 4 months.
When Sen starts to move. See, Tens wasn't even ready in sight when Havoc hit there.
Yeah.
It's the little things that they're working on. That conditioning towards A is now they snap towards
Tired
B.
today? Oh yeah,
It
dude.
took
I'm
a bit,
excited to
but
sleep,
they're starting
man.
to claw the
I'm
round
excited
back.
to sleep a little
And
bit
also
later.
forcing the timeout early from the Sentinels camp.
We're up early for Pacific
Sentinels,
today.
yeah, they're doing pretty good here on how they're scoring on these first bloods, but instantly we see these nice quick trades coming back from FURIA.
Avoid
They are
Cypher.
answering. The worry here for Furia was that it
Yeah,
took
and
the
I wonder
ultimates
if
to grab that
Sentinels
round.
are just
To
either
shake
gonna play
the
aggro
confidence
A
of Sentinels,
and maybe they
off
put
of the
10s there
defensive
because they like to
positions,
do
but
that,
they're really
or whether
nice
they're just gonna
cross-map
clear this
macro
question mark
play.
over towards heaven a lot faster.
Even if it didn't look the cleanest, the win is the objective, and that's what they
time is
got.
it?
So we're
Coming
getting
up to
a
half
timeout from
12.
Sen here. Kaplan probably seeing it too, that everything was really straightforward from Furia here in the first few rounds to mid pressure, read the map, and then hit a site. Now you're starting to get
Yeah, it's
little
10's gonna go A
variety.
heaven because that's how they
just
normally like
swap
to
it.
play it.
So 3 on the right, 2 towards B this time.
Yeah, is he gonna TP
We'll
across?
see if they try to pressure with any kind of fake dash or MW Zera getting a quick hit here with the AWP or the op. Oh my gosh.
And Sentinels keep working the economy here. You're seeing them in a lot of
Yep.
half buys.
Makes a lot of sense.
They
Furia
wanna stay
haven't changed up
healthy
what they're
for
doing.
this
Let's
one
see how this
into
one
the
works
next.
out.
For sure.
Trying to break down economy from FURIA's end. As you mentioned here, this 3-2, they're trying to work early from the attack side of FURIA. They continue with this conditioning of flashing out towards that A ramp. Counter
Yes.
flashes coming out from Sentinels too, but that deep smoke is going to force FURIA to rework the map.
And they've switched
Yeah,
everything.
as soon as this
I mean, you
smoke
see
comes
John
down, they're
Cutie
not in
can
for
fit
it.
B now.
And
10s
now they
is
want to
in A
take
heaven
over
as he
towards
was
middle, but
anchoring
there's
for
2 people
8
middle.
rounds previously on B. So yeah,
They still got Skydog, so they
want
wanna try send it.
To consider, but they still need to play their
And,
game.
I mean,
We're back
honestly,
to
this
just
could
about
work
one of the
well.
Basic straps, like I said, the 1-3-1.
And the traps you have from John Cutie is also to try to get traps from the scaling that FURIA has been doing towards Orange, and it works out well for Zelsis to anchor up. Controlling Male, Snakebite, vulnerable, easy kill on the first one onto Havoc. MWs are moving in with the nice little shot to answer right back. And now FURIA are going to group up towards this B main, but they still
Bad,
don't
man.
know
At least
the
they're going
setups
with
here. They
numbers
maybe
on
hurt
this.
the camera that's going on and off, and they're just trying to
Shout
avoid
out to Havoc, man. He's not scared to send it.
That's a great call.
Give
A
him
lot of
that.
times you hear Cypher in that situation.
30 seconds on this one.
They don't have Havoc anymore, so they
seconds
can't
left.
quickly blast the packs. Or
Oh,
blast
guys, you
pack
gotta
or-
make a
or
decision.
nade out.
Fake
They go
B into
around
A.
What could be the trips, but they may still affect
Holy.
them in sight if they go the wrong way. Oh my
20
God.
seconds.
left, yeah.
20
Little
seconds. We're
kills,
dropping
Little
into
kills,
the
little
vents.
frags, anybody out of
Yeah,
position,
get the
but
melons
not
ready.
finding it. It's
Here
Sen
we
is
go.
just
10's
anchored
just
in
got
the
one
back of the
flash to
sights
help
right
his
now.
teammate
That's
over
Sassy
towards
in the back
site.
of the side. There's only 10 seconds left. You got to move quick.
The
Hands
kill.
gets the pick.
That's the
That's
flash.
going to make it difficult, rendering difficult for FURIA to move inside. There's that side step.
Holy.
And that is the round confirmed for Sentinels.
Nice shots from Sassy on this. Huge. Oh, boy. Furia, come on.
Wow.
It-
What a reaction.
Let's go back to
And
the...
you can see
Honestly, when they make
Furia,
a call
they are
and they send it,
just
it looks like they
hunting
win majority of the
in
rounds. They just got to
As they
make
went
that
towards
call
the
and
top,
send
made you
it.
think- I thought they were trying to
Coming
get
in
around
way
the
too
traps.
late.
No, they're looking for somebody in the peak, in the rotation, as you would maybe on a pistol round. They are not getting
They get this
what
pick
they
at
want out of
50
Sentinels
seconds and they
right
still
now.
don't go down to vents at 20.
Sen's gotta be
Like, they
loving the fact that
legit
these
chill
reads
out
are
for
working
30
out
seconds
so
here.
well.
Zach, don't lose your confidence. Like, if I'm warming up, I get that kill, just come with me right away. Like, don't stage 2 unless it's like...
Come with me right away. We're going to war. Zealous is ready. Vibe Merchant online. And it's going to be an ult towards mid here. So they just snuff out.
Yeah, and this ult is... Dude, this ult is way deeper than normal.
Work the map here already.
They were looking
So
to
as
be
the
very,
cubby
very
in.
proactive at the beginning of the round too.
Yeah.
So Zero had a great position at orb, trying to see if there's going to be an over peak, but Sentinels really haven't been doing that towards the A side
Spot
ramp.
dropped.
Now finally you're seeing these jump spots coming out from 10s if you're looking at that radar. But they don't know yet here for Sentinels that there's a potential second op that's coming out in the hands of MW0. Also
It's a fake
holding the
over
spike to
towards
pivot
A.
B. But the camera almost spotted Khalil.
Dog and a
There's no
flash,
ping
you would
coming out right now,
imagine.
so he didn't see the
That pulls the
pointy shoes of
rotate
that
out.
Omen. Trying to sell that fake on that E
And
side.
that is a huge flash from
Havoc
Sassy, though.
We'll see if we can
Sassy
maybe get
insta
around
flash
John
over
Hughes.
towards Heaven.
Utility
Didn't
with the
hit
ward
anyone.
grab.
The raise goes back
Just
over
there,
towards
there's that
site.
trip.
Okay, well
one
there
way
goes
to
the
kill it.
raise.
It's wasted,
Go get it.
but at least
Bro, there's
Furia has
a
control of that
smoke
B
there. He's
site.
just straight up banged him through it.
Even
The
Pitt
great
coming out on
ult,
the
and they
attack.
can get the plant down.
Allowing Khalil to move in and try to get that
Dude, I'm
plant.
telling you,
Another
when
safe
these
plant
guys make a
through.
decision,
Stink bites coming down
the
on
round
the
looks
ground, but
lovely.
no damage being done. And we're in a great spot now for
A strong
Furia
ult.
to play that pulse plant. There's also that fake that they were trying to do for Furia on that A side. It's now a late lurk and a backside from Nosware. Off shot missed though, Asasi.
yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on the late luck over towards Sky here. Guy coming in the round for sure. I mean, honestly, the Viper should be winning the round on zone.
Here's the footsteps. Here's the TP. Khalil gets the pick to trade it back out, and Furia are finally holding the pulse plant. Player advantage coming in their favor. Over aggression coming out from Furia though. As that clock is still ticking down, it might be too little too late. You already see 10s pulling back, and
Ah,
also
very nicely done.
Celsius. Furia will still end with the round in their favor.
The way that Furia is playing the double duelist comp, it's just so outside the box right now. I'm loving it, and I'm also like, is it still gonna work? Because it's tough. They have a site on A. Like we've been saying, we haven't
This
seen the
was,
double duelist.
this was
knock
probably
into
their
the
best
site,
run that they ran,
but
to be
that
honest.
wasn't their objective that time. They said, well, if we do double duelist into A, that's probably going to be the harder hold. We know Cypher's on B, probably the softer site.
Bro, what
Ult
is
in
that?
There, and we can take
I saw
out
that on the
John
mini
Hughes
map, but
alone.
like, what the hell is that?
Playing even towards the trips, playing towards the util, they're just looking for the softer site right now. They're looking for any advantage, even on these rounds when they have their ults, because they know Sentinels is going to be clapping back hard.
That's the key word. They're definitely maximizing on the ultimates that they've had, right? For 2 rounds, they've used 2 ults to convert it into their favor. So, great job so far by Furia. 4 rounds under their belt on the first half.
Yeah.
Walking contact up towards the A ramp as a flash comes out on the defensive side to get contact. The wall bang.
No way, man.
Tens. So
If he's gonna do that, he's gotta commit to his original plan.
Pushing him away. And that gives a chance now for Furia to move inside A.
All right, towards heaven. It's the choice here. It's the executive decision. Do they waterfall into sight, or how long do they
I
wait
honestly
for
didn't
another
mind
peak
his
for
re-peak
Sentinels to
because
get
in
antsy?
theory you're gonna get a
This is
kill
where one
because
can
someone's
drop out
committing
and
to the
make a mistake.
spam. But then he
Still
like
holding a lot of the
then he went back
down towards A
after the
main,
re-swing
nobody's
to get
coming
spammed
back.
again.
But yeah, remember
I
what we
gave him
said
he
before,
gave him a
Sentinels
double
are
go
on
at
the
it.
anchor at this point. You're not going to get a lot out of them.
Putting so much pressure and responsibility into Sasi, playing it alone towards the back of the map. They have a knob also for Sentinels. Zekin is rotating across here towards the A heavens. Slowly creeping up, and there's players waiting right there. Patience on the side of Furia, trying to punish a mistake.
Leaves a
Spoke towards the
slipper.
screen to walk across.
Huge,
Easy
man.
kill for a second as it wasn't checked out. for
Solid
long.
reactions.
Now the pivot coming in with 30 seconds left. They have to come in now towards
Bro,
the
that
A side.
cage
Nice shot by
is
John Cutie.
so nice.
Showstopper now out, trying to delay him back. Celsius on that flank. Showstopper actually managed to survive there at 2 HP for Khalil.
Spikes in A main.
Second hat though. Now they know
Double
it's working.
sight,
John
10
Cutie gets
seconds
that
again.
wall bang. Spike is now down. Saucy once again in the back of the map. Puts the kill on the board. Celsius on that flank, and it's clean in the
I
end
swear,
for the Sentinels.
every time Fury's
Honestly,
actually
Furia
like
got
gone
heaven,
to a
and then they were
site
like, do we wanna be here
with
right
more
now?
than 30
Like,
seconds
wait, it's not
left,
working out. Yeah.
like in the
way
beginning,
that
I feel like they've won
Sentinels is
that.
reacting here is leaving Furia stumped. You were waiting for a peak. You're waiting for
Melons,
a pick,
bro,
and
it's just
Zekin
everywhere,
actually
isn't it?
gives it to you on a
Like, they get
small
the fast
sliver.
pick at
It's just they
125.
didn't hunt enough that time, right
And
in
then
the
they
booty.
chill in heaven for literally a whole
You're not
minute.
getting up from that.
They're getting a lot of trust though for MWZ, right? He was already there towards that trash, looking back towards the spawn, but it's an angle
Let's go.
that wasn't watched.
Nice, I feel like
All right, towards mid again. We go back to a few of these traps where the 1-3-1 feels good for Furia. Oh, they're going fast this
Okay,
time.
much better. They'll probably win this round. They're
Celsius is able to
actually
make it
sending
back,
it.
though, towards the A ramp safely. But mid is now under control of FURIA.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to send it into a site with potentially 3 people.
Towards B main.
Yeah.
And now positioning Zekin to watch that line with the operator.
I think that's an important thing. That's a great thing to point out. Is FURIA takes
Yeah,
something,
let's see how long they
take
take.
something, right? Whether it's a person, an anchor, or a position on the map.
They go over towards
are
middle. We got
always
question
active
mark. We
against
got
FURIA's
question
attack
mark.
here.
We
Yeah,
break
taking a
the
give it for
dog
FURIA.
that was trying to clear the
They have to
question
look to
marks.
rework
Question
that
mark
map.
still stands.
Nosworth does have a flash to work with though,
Got
and they
camera.
do
It
anticipate
spots all of this. No
some
question
sort of
mark.
line coming through. They hurt the arm from Zekin on that previous round. They'll have to use and waste that flash to take control of Garage. A split activated for FURIA.
Oh, holy
Top
hell,
of B
that's
heavy.
just...
B-man.
The hell is this Omen
Zekin
flash,
connects that
bro?
shot onto
Oh
Khalil.
my god.
Seeker's coming out on the defensive side to get information. Tense inside that smoke.
Get out of my way.
But there's a
They're still gonna win.
Moving through. Bladestorm now activated. Both duelists moving inside. And Tens gets picked up.
Dude,
It's a beautiful
if
trade.
they'd committed
Now
every
Seekers
single
onto
round,
the
they would have
attack.
overwhelmed
30 seconds
everyone.
left.
V2.
You have a lower buy from
With that
FURIA that might
flash,
convert
man.
here. The Seekers is getting information. Look at that Seeker just dancing across and finally connects there on the top of heaven. And that's Zelsis. The shot's not connecting. Coden falls. Nozer trying to save the round, and his shots also do not connect. Now pivoting back out.
Enemy remaining.
Now to a 1v1 and John Hughes will receive that round for Sentinels. Getting at the fuse, and Sentinels will get the half 8-4.
The IGL fight to round out the first half, and John Cutie leads them to an 8-4 lead. It got really back and forth there when FURIA started to pull some fakes, but Sentinels
Sliggy aim goes
stopped
crazy.
over-rotating.
Yeah,
They
it got a little bit
held
rough there in
every
the
part of site like they had cement
got a little
shoes
rough in
on
the
for a little
2v2.
bit. And then FURIA didn't feel comfortable in any positions they were pushing or any strap they were calling.
Yeah. So far, so good for Sentinels with FURIA. Look like they do have some fight in them so far. 4 rounds that they picked up here on this first half. And
Don't
now at
Sentinels
least
have to
let's
win
toss
off,
it
like,
over
round
down
difference
to
as
the
well,
desk
or am
and
I
see what
wrong?
they have to say.
Thank you so much for that, fellas. Okay, so we're at 8-4 in the half here. We have
Wait, you've literally-
FURIA
you've
that's
literally
trying to
written
fight
it here.
back over here, but Sentinels
On
showing us
on
once
average,
again what they
Sen
have
needs
leaned on, those
Lounge and
fundamentals
them
just
to
continue
win
to
by
just play through for them here, especially
around
on
plus
split.
6
Yeah,
per
I think we
map.
saw some good moments from FURIA in this one. But what was really killer was how proactive Sen was in a lot of these late rounds, keeping a player entrenched or going for these reclears. That
They
was
need to win
punishing a FURIA that was so
13-5,
often
both
running out of
maps or
time.
better.
This round was one of those great examples that we
that
kind of see a
is-
mistake often with FURIA, where they think they have a gap for
That
alert,
is
where
rough.
there isn't really one, and then are forced to expedite into this site.
Ever
where Sen
listened
has a
to Frost and
fantastic
Babyface
reclear
podcast?
set up
No,
to
I haven't.
dominate them. It was close rounds like these.
Frost
that
is
Sen had
in-
knocked out of the park right
is
at the
in the
very end.
coach.
That got them this advantageous half.
Yeah, and it's so cool how they're able to identify what reclear to do in the right moment. They understood that they had a one-way cam on them.
Yeah.
Nobody from FURIA knew that it was there. It didn't get broken. The wall comes up. When they drop the wall again, they see nobody in the A ramp.
Yeah, it could be interesting. I'll add it to the
That's
list.
how they identify it, and it looks so clean when they do it. On the flip side, Havoc looked pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind
podcast
of continuing
must
the
be
form
chill.
we saw in their
Dude,
series
might be
last
flaming
week
people.
in this
We'll give it a
double
listen.
duelist comp. I think when they were going for these fast dive plays, he was getting a lot of those critical kills to make these rounds possible.
FURIA
for
released a
FURIA.
comms video.
Yeah, and that's what you need, especially with
NZR,
double
the
duels, when there
IGL,
was
is given a
actually
call.
chaos.
He's interrupted by
That's
Havoc,
when
saying,
Havoc was
"Listen to me,"
thriving. Most
and he
of his kills were
proceeds to
multi-kills,
go
but he won
completely
the
wrong.
round doing
Oh
it.
my
And
goodness.
yeah, he might be -1 right now, but I mean, it's tough playing against the Sentinels
Wait,
who
really,
change their
Des?
setup so frequent. And
Is there
kinda
subtitles
match
for that,
everything.
Desper? Is it
They're a
all
really
in
difficult team to play
Portuguese?
against, but for FURIA, super important pistol round here. If you give Sentinels that momentum on their attacking side, this could very well be a look towards map 2.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that one, Mimi. Let's go ahead and send
Only
it back over to
Portuguese.
Vansilian Riv for the
Dude, I
rest of the
love
ball.
the what was it last year? Was it MIBR?
Back
Like the
here for
behind the scenes
second half,
MIBR
FURIA
stuff. That
has an
stuff was
opportunity to
legit last
fight
year.
back here on their defensive side
That was
of
like
split.
real fly in the wall
Both
stuff. It was
duelists
pretty
are
cool.
finally starting to find their footing. Yes, you're talking about like maybe not getting too many kills and you're a -1 or whatnot, but Havoc definitely has been doing a lot of impact so far and how they were entering towards the site. And you're hoping here.
Valor
as a
Pro
FURIA
aim at the
fan,
same level
that
as
they could
CS
do the
Pros?
same
I
here on
mean,
the
pretty
defensive
much.
side.
It's a little bit easier to aim in this game. Everyone's got melon
Sentinels are
heads.
starting
They're
off with
huge.
3 players playing contact on the top of middle, and that's Havoc though swinging out from Mail.
Okay.
And Zek gonna fall.
Starting off this round real nice. I saw Havoc in the mess room playing the basketball. Yep, getting his shot onto start Vans. He's got the wrist action already going here.
A nice little 3-pointer for sure.
It's one way to start off here when you need all these rounds. So B hit coming in. Khalil's gonna smoke to delay, but it looks like Sentinels are heavy on this B.
Definitely see there that
Oh.
for FURIA side, they're also
Surely
very
you
active
wouldn't.
around the map. Going back and forth as Havoc
Nade
after
is
that
gonna
first
be
kill on Nail,
big.
trying to prep up paint shells here, but it's too late.
Oh.
Big paranoia though comes out on the defensive side.
Omen flash back was good. Dude, the util back when they ate the Omen flash was incredible. Omen flash back aside with a flash through their own wall. The fact that no one could capitalize on the free people getting Omen flash, that was kind of sick from Sentinels. Fair play. That's a good flash as well, man.
Tens does save his teammate for a bit. Saucy, they're gonna hear the reload. Swings out at least for a kill.
Dude, they really need this clutch from Tens then if they need round difference.
Dancing around and FW0 is there on the save. We are not hitting shots today on both cams.
No, yeah. This is probably just the sun in their
Silly
eyes.
just calling him out.
It happens to everybody. It is getting a little messy on those. A lot of timing is being kind of, I think, catching people off guard in these. How fast each other are pushing. I mean, that Fury round almost looked like when Sen was retaking, everybody just entered the site. They're like, oh yeah, you're going, so are we. Very, very, if you're doing it, I'm doing it kind of strats going on right now on these pistols. So that's going to be 1-1. Furia and Sen both grabbing one to start off their halves. And that is an important one for Furia here. They set up pretty generic defense to make sure Sentinels will be stopped at all fronts. A good push out A main extremity. That Trailblazer sees a lot.
Honestly though, is the double duelist comp not pretty good against some of the aggro Viper stuff that they do?
There's less players now.
The timing though.
I don't want to play. Like, it's fine to play in front of some of this, at least over towards B.
They have an inkling that Sentinels are trying to deathball back towards the A site, where Nosra is now repositioning on the top of A ramp to support here Havoc on this crossfire setup. Smoke now forcing
that
Sentinels
smoke
to
came in at
swing
a
out one by one.
perfect
Nice
time, by the way.
location, and paint shells off in front of the A site. A TK,
What?
but at least Sentinels are moving in. Big
Wait,
flash coming
how's that
across
so
Nosra.
delayed? There must have been like
Just
one.
turning
Oh
Sentinels
my
are answering
goodness, they
back.
tried to
Wait,
flood in.
a 2v2.
How did this guy die from a
Trying to
solo
move back
nade?
towards
Was it
that site.
literally
They're moving safely
skydog
as Celsius
into
gets the plant.
into
They have the better guns
nade?
right now in this too. It's going to be a Marshall and a Spectre coming in. The Bulldog
They're both
and the
one
Guardian,
shot
this
though for the
actually
Marshall,
should
so
be
the
Sentinels
Marshall
taking
should
it
be
right
alright.
back, Vance.
And Khalil is not there with MWZ to try to flash for him. Playing both extremities at the
I mean,
entrance.
Sassy
The
looked
flash
like
is
he
being
just
used
ate
towards
the
Self to
last
clear out.
tick.
Again, those weapons that you mentioned now is an opportunity for Sentinels to actually play the perfect crossfire against this weaker buy, you could put it this way now for Furia. Footsteps are now being heard towards the front of the map. The backstab coming out from Zek
Shot,
and
man.
also Khalil. And NW0 is trying to save that round. Still stuck with the Marshall, 20 HP, and that clock is ticking down.
One shot on either side.
Celsius just runs the time down in his favor. NWZR gets a nice pick.
Close.
Wait a minute.
Gotta be close.
I think so. Holy, bro. 0.03. Well,
Oh my god. I mean, you could think of so many things. The Viper's bite that went over towards A main that delayed. Just a few more seconds. This, that, everything. It comes down to that. 0.03. Sentinels take it back right after a first round.
blue
that Furia
blipped. Yeah, it did.
so desperately needed.
Just.
And
Only
now the
just.
pressure is on. Sentinels do not want to let any gap get closed between these rounds.
Well,
Because again,
just when Fury actually looked like they had a pretty good.
To land that shot was clean though.
he's like, all right, bring the chair
Yeah,
back
I
up. We're
mean,
here. We're still
I
here.
mean, he thought he
Going
lost.
through all those emotions in that 1v1.
Triple stack.
Furia now
Oh,
on a save.
yeah, you see so many on the radar with your jump peeker.
Of the vents now
Yeah,
smoked
might
out.
be an easy call. John can take a lot of space potentially. Oh, he does have a rifle. Okay, interesting. I was wondering if they knew because it was going to be an eco, if they would try and treat it maybe a little bit like a bonus.
Toying with death as John Cutie starts us off.
But as soon as they want to get every round, I think this does make sense.
A lower buy round, you want your lurker to put pressure on that side. Start letting Fury know they have to worry. Saucy could be in a little bit of trouble here with the rest of the squad.
They're fine.
They're okay. They got the timing back.
Sentinels are playing a perfect buddy system at the same time too. I mean, you invested a lot. You won that thrifty. You have full rifles coming through for Sentinels as well, and I like that Zekin pivoted over with John Cutie to make sure that they don't lose any weapons on one side, giving it to Furia's side. Now you can see with the plant coming through, Furia staying fully back, potentially even saving their sheriffs, or maybe even dying a spike going into the next round.
Yeah.
Because they need every round.
Want to play is the
You reckon it's worth hunting
Sentinels
to try
are
get
saying
an
that.
ult?
They wanna go on a hunt.
What a shot,
Trying
bro.
to farm up these orbs, but it's MW0 doing
Oh
that.
my
A second shot there on the
days,
10s.
dude.
Now the dash activated. Vandal now picked up an opportunity for Furia to do some more econ damage. And as he doesn't come into contact with anything more,
I go now. Another orb. Feed me.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's
Maybe
death
to
or
get another
kill.
gun there.
exactly one away there from a Blade Storm if he gets another pick or just dies from his opponents.
Ooh, I mean, that was kinda close to getting another.
The round still comes in for Sentinels.
MW0 picking up a lot there. You mentioned that Sen don't want to be losing those guns. It's not terrible that they do with the money, but it's FURIA needs to start getting ways back in, hitting the economy. It is one of the first. Again, we mentioned the importance of John Cutie being able to make that flank, or that lurk be effective. You can bet FURIA is going to be trying
Alright,
to
Big
keep
Byron for
somebody
FURIA.
on
We
that
get the
to
op
face
out,
John.
op
Now,
over
what
towards
if we're
B,
facing the whole family?
and
Next time you
Sentinels
try to peek
looking
that,
like
that
they
might be the
want to go
case. They're ready
fast
to
over
get either
towards A,
guiding light and
which
straightforward here.
variation.
Havoc or just a slow play to all
Got 3 fast A's.
Flash goes towards the A ramp. Shots are missed, and a second one.
Okay,
also
so they
onto
wanted to
Ten's.
do the
Almost
boom
there,
board
that's
Omen
Brady.
Flash Heaven.
Ten's out of the shrouded step, flicks him down for the kill, and Nozzle is under a heavy pressure and under heavy attack in the back of this A site. Turning around, and there's Zelsis to greet him.
That's wild.
Brian, you got to retake this with an op. I think you're just going to be saving this one, especially as this ult goes in. All for the save comes in. And pretty much a similar time where Sentinels win a round with everyone alive, so they get all the money.
But wait, Omen. It's like, what are you supposed to do in that? Sentinels are always keeping things in their strats.
And look more confident. Yeah, and this was just this is just like a classic call essentially. You get a big buy, you know that potentially they might have an op out, and you just send it fast
FURIA
rush.
had a third player on the top of the A ramp at least to
I
assist.
mean, they wanted the
high-risk,
original
high-reward
plan is
play that they were
to
trying to do
Omen
there towards the
TP
A ramp.
here,
We saw
and
as
then
soon
I
as the
imagine
first
it's
shot fumbled,
Skydog
there's already game
like
over there
this
for
with
FURIA
Boombot
on
that goes like
trying
this,
to
and then you
control
just
the A
flash
site.
off whichever gets info.
And
They got the
because
kill
they
so
lost that
early
site
that they
so
just sent
early
it
with no
inside.
picks, no damage, and they invested heavily into an op in this round number 16. All 3 players remaining are falling back towards this.
This is like the easiest way to deal with
Trying to
ops.
save
This is
that
how we
into
did
the
it
next
in
round.
Liquid.
And Sentinels, I mean,
Just
this
you
is a
playing
full
against an
roster,
op,
and
just send it,
that
man.
stays alive and
So
a
just
lot
do a fast
of money
strat,
being built up
and
here
then
in
you
the
would just
second
have a
half.
strat where you just flash like every corner at the
The
beginning.
operator is the last chance here for MW Zera and crew to find a way to shut down Sentinels as they round these corners. First time, I don't even know if they know the op's there. It was at B, and I don't know if we even heard a shot go off. And here, see this again. Just looking everywhere. And then you're worrying because you know with that kind of entry, you're going to get a few more on you.
Jalen Brunson, the owner of...
Yeah, as soon as you try to peek one of them, everybody's swarming in from A main there. So we get the pause here. Timeout from FURIA. They're going to discuss how they might be able to throw down on what could be the last few rounds if Sentinels bring it from 11 to 13 that quick. Again, the operator's online. We're going to see Havoc with the judge. He's going to try to lay down the verdict here. I like the judge in mail. I like to deliver. See if you can get a few there, maybe in the rope room.
Bro, they
Anywhere
kind
else,
of.
you're
I
kind
don't
of
want
leaving it up
to. I don't want to
them.
curse it, but I'm gonna say
Rounding
it.
the corner close. And
Said
Sentinels
they
is
need to
usually
win
doing that with a
both
few members
games,
of
and they
the
can
bunch.
only lose
What we've
5.
seen so
So
far
it's
from
10
FURIA
rounds
when they were
basically
playing their
together,
pistol
right? They
round
need 13-5,
from the second round to
13-5.
third round was a lot of players conditioning to fight
mean-
early from the top vents into
Yeah.
Ramen.
Don't say it. I'm just saying it's at the moment.
And if they want to try to work
looking
towards
good.
that middle, well, at least you'll see once we get inside the serve here. They posted up the op there from MW.
They're up against the op. They're up against the judge. No ults for a little bit. Omen ult.
They're grouping up here for a fast take on this A ramp. 10 setting up potentially for this flash for the satchels to come through from Zekin.
And they're Havoc's gonna get space here, but Havoc
10,
wants to keep
13.
the fight. Havoc wants to shoot somebody. He wants to use that judge in Sentinels avoid one.
Omen flash this time. They really thought they were going to be talking about over towards heaven how to deal with this. Boom bot into, and we've got a free site here. Omen ult as well. And everyone's far away, and we've got to retake the site with an op. And Sentinels, what are we doing? No one wants to play ramp, and you want to play spawn. This normally doesn't end too well. So FURIA looking good, especially as they cleared the ramp so fast. I mean, someone on site has to go huge. They're just doing like their normal A side stuff, and they make this strong. Could work out well.
John Cutie has the left. The explosion from screens collapses on FURIA if they time it right.
There's that judge coming into work, but Tens is out towards the elbow. A 1-for-1 and an advantage for FURIA as they're storming back towards the A site.
Man, Tens is a beast.
Two
His
players
time is
still playing
getting
up towards
low.
the screen. A double swing and a wide one coming through as Zelsis picks the kill. Off shot misses. Second one connects. Back to a 1v1. And it's against NW0 close range.
What a shot. The timeless.
But there's no time. NW0 forced to fall back.
Dude,
Sentinels
10 saved them.
will
It
score
feels
the
like 10
round.
saved them. They hit a lot of good shots there.
What a
One on site was
clean
huge,
little
and the
crossfire from that
one
side of screens that
spawn, or
Sentinel
was it
set
heaven? I
up
can't
there at the
remember.
end. Really nicely done. Allowed 10's kind of have some little safety in sight. Couldn't say the same for John Cutie because Havoc just went all out to get in there. Very nicely done with the judge.
13-7 on average, gaining
Doesn't
6
really
rounds
have to
per
be a
map
close
is what
one
they
all the
need.
time, it seems. And yeah, just having the Viper wall here.
But I guess
to come back
anything
up as
helps
well
them, right?
On Furia's entrance,
Nice. Nice job, Zach. Pookie. Pookie. Let's go.
as well as have your own smokes. It's just so good. Oh my god. They're vibing now. Looks a little bit like old Sentinel smiles that we're seeing. The Vibe Merchant and the rest of the team are on board. Regression towards mid here. Quick jump peaks.
Well,
Yeah.
ignore,
The scoreline should be at 12 though for
I was gonna say,
Sentinels as they're
7 chances.
taking control
We'll
of the
ignore
B-main.
we'll ignore the overlay.
Another attempt for Furia to play forward into a spot.
There we
trying to
go, we're
put
back.
Havoc in a
Do
spot
a
where
little
he can get an
reset.
opener.
Prius is
And
on the
Ford,
job.
Unfortunately, he gets denied right away.
10 is gonna play on box. You have, or sorry, not 10s. Khalil's gonna play on box. You have that being drawn to Conan. You see him?
Saw him too late.
That's
He
nuts.
snuck through
Wait,
towards the
This is
build.
weird. This,
Man,
what a save.
hell is going
juggling
on?
across util and weapons. 10
Dallas,
gets
don't
punished.
do it.
There's still a showstopper to work with though for Zekin as
Yeah, you can wall
looks
up
like
and do
John
it.
Cutie has identified that it's an open A site. Saucy's
Yeah.
already rotating all the way back.
And they got
Celsius
over
will play
towards
the
A
work.
site, and I
Nala
mean,
Furia with the last 3
it's
players
a
are still
4v3.
holding up towards the B.
Raise ult, super
the
late
second
luck.
one. So they play it strong.
That's a
towards B here,
13
right?
fight
seconds left.
right here.
Action towards mid.
Walking down for contact, and
Yeah.
Zelsis has an inkling. Just holds it deep now towards Ramen. This gives an opportunity now for 2 players to rotate towards the back. I mean, it'll get spotted by a trip and a camera. Zelsis will have an opportunity to go for a very late lurk or take control of A heaven late as it's planning
Yeah.
for
Got
them.
everything going for him.
Camera's not spawning, but you don't need to. Their trip is there. Camera gets broken first.
See, they
Now
had 2
players go hold
people.
towards the back of the site as well for Sentinels. They're in a great spot to lock out this first map. Furia has the time once again against them with the spike been planted. Showstopper now to try to delay even more. Zekin finds the opener there to trade it back.
Shots,
Second
man.
kill, make that a 3rd in the round as Noswer falls. Last one to go is Conan. Trip is close, he falls back, but there's really no time
Oh,
in the end.
that one
Easy
counts,
kill.
bro.
John Cutie, as
They're on,
Sentinels come out strong on the first
They're on for it.
Man, a lot